Greg. Mike. Two bandits.
Watching
Bluey.
This episode is called The Two Bandits Bluey Bracket. Part 1!
What up, party people?
Holy cow!
And welcome to a very special episode of Two Bandits Watching Bluey. I am one of your hosts, Greg Painter, and with me is the magical, wonderful... What's your name, buddy?
Oh, there was only two? Okay. Mike Martin, though.
Mike Martin. We are live and in person again for the first time in 3 weeks.
Holy cow,
It's a beautiful thing. It's a wonderful thing. And man, this episode had to be in person because we got a big one for you. So let me break down what's going on.
What? Hey, Greg.
Hey.
What's going on?
What's going on is over the course of 4 episodes, broken up over pretty much the next year,
Wait.
we are going to determine what the best season 1 episode of Bluey is. And this, my friends, is part 1.
It's an impossible question, but go on.
It is an impossible question, but we're going to do it. So how this is going to work, we are going to go over the first 13 episodes of Bluey today. And with the help of our lovely listeners, I have a fan vote that got over 200 responses.
That's buck wild to me.
I love it. I love it.
200 responses.
200 responses.
Whether they listen to the podcast or not, makes me so happy.
You're all beautiful people. But with those 200 responses, Mike's brain and my brain, we're going to select 4 episodes that will go to the Two Bandits Bluey Bracket finale. Like I said, probably close to a year from now.
I'm going to stop doing John Williams noise.
So we're in for the long haul, friends.
Buckle up, kids.
But we want to do something a little bit special to kick this one off today, too. You've been hearing our lovely voices for 13 episodes of this darling podcast thus far.
Are you sick of us yet?
I hope not, because we're going the long haul, friends. But, we want to get some other voices in this one. So we reached out to a few listeners, and we actually reached out to and got feedback from some podcast royalty.
100%.
But
I'm amazed. I am amazed. I mean, we're only 13 episodes deep. To have people willing to chat about such a great show just boggled my mind that people were just like, yeah, I'll talk about it. Yeah, heck yeah, I'll talk about it. It was how good this is.
It was awesome. It feels good, and we'll get into how much we love life, probably throughout this entire episode. But yeah, Mike's got it. Thank you to everybody. But with no further ado, let's hear from some of our listeners.
Oodles of them. Thanks, guys.
Hi, my name is Oliver. I'm a music teacher from Melbourne, Australia, and my favourite episode of Bluey from season 1 is camping. Where to start? Well, first of all, the ending gets me every single time, and it's actually been a really great coping mechanism for me to process some feelings about something that happened to me when I was a bit younger, and also just the music that Joff composed for the entire episode is some of the best work he's ever done.
Hello, fellow bandits. My favorite season 1 episode has to be The Claw. It was just on in the background when I heard Bandit say, "They're learning a lesson and the house is getting clean," which Chili replies, "Neither of those things are happening." Then a little later on when Chili dunks on Bandit for spelling Holder wrong, which is all too relatable in this family, I knew that I had to just binge watch this show and ended up falling in love with a family of cartoon dolls.
Hi, Two Bandits Watching Bluey. It's Alan and Liz here. We just wanted to give our favorite episodes from season 1. We both have different ones. My favorite episode is camping. That moment at the end sort of blows me away. I'm pretty sure it's the first time the show made me cry. First of many, but what an incredible moment that was, and that reveal is simply the best.
My favorite episode, camping is really good, but my favorite episode is the Grannies, and though I relate to the whole episode of Chili cleaning the kitchen while the kids are coming in and trying to actively destroy it at the same time, my favorite part is when Bingo falls over the can of baked beans and she stays in her granny character and just says, "I slipped on my beans," and that's the best part.
Thanks, guys. Love the show.
I would have to say my favorite episode of season 1 would have to be camping, and the reason why is because just like Bluey, as a kid on these family road trips, I would often meet new friends and stuff and play around with them and have some fun, but then once the trip ended, I lose contact with them. And unlike Bluey, I've never met these people again ever in my life so far, and sometimes I just wonder, will I ever meet them again? It begs the question, as it is a very small world.
Hi, this is Beth, longtime listener, first-time caller, and this is real tough, but I think my favorite episode is going to be Markets. It is an action-packed episode. I also believe that our Tooth Fairy is very generous, but there's just no stopping him. And I've actually used this episode to explain to our oldest how money really works and how economy works. And I don't know, this episode has it all. It also has controversy, which is real mixed bag because you really shouldn't stifle art, but you also shouldn't have poop on TV. So I don't know. But there it is. Markets. Love it. Thanks, guys. Great job. Bye.
G'day to the two bandits watching Bluey, all the way over there in the US of A. Here we are in Australia. I'm Brendan.
I'm Frank. And I'm Marty.
And we're the three gentlemen who regularly do the Hammer Bun Project podcast in a different hemisphere. We were trying to figure out what our collective favourite first season episode of the Australian children's television program Bluey might be, and we couldn't decide. We've all got different ones.
Correct.
What's yours, Frank?
Oh, it's got to be Sean. Great introductory episode, cool moral of the story, and then, there's babies at the end.
Hey, can't go wrong with babies.
You cannot.
What about you, Marty?
Have to be The Weekend. It's got everything. It's got magic statues. Bingo being absolutely adorable.
It's gorgeous.
Gotta go with that one. It's just so sweet.
I think Shadowlands.
Yeah?
Shadowlands for me. What an amazing time. Or camping because of
hang on.
Jean-Luc.
Now we're changing it? Come on.
Hello, Bluey.
It is pretty cute.
Mike and Greg, thank you so much for reaching out and having us involved in this episode. Bluey's great, and you know that. We know that.
Mm-hmm.
Any friend of Bluey is a friend of mine.
Yay!
Hello to everyone in the Blueniverse. I'm Carrie. I am the Chili to Mike's Bandit, and the boys of Two Bandits Watching Bluey have asked me to choose my favorite of the 13 episodes that they've covered so far in Season 1. That was a really daunting task. They're all so amazing. But I was particularly torn between Daddy Robot and Bike. The reason I love those two episodes is that Bandit is really adept in both of them at teaching the children a lesson through play, which is an amazing feat. If you're a parent and you can pull that off, you are just crushing it. The beautiful lesson he teaches in Daddy Robot is the ability to appreciate hard work and to appreciate the hard work of others. And the lesson he teaches in Bike is that you should always build someone up when they're down, and that you should always keep trying, especially when things are hard, because it's only through trying that you can have success, no matter how funny or silly that turns out to be. I also wanted to take the time while I have this opportunity to say that the boys are always saying how they wish they could be as good a dad as Bandit. And as a person who is the Chili to your Bandit, I wanted to say that Mike, for sure, definitely, you're doing a great job. And Greg, your girls are beautiful and wonderful, and both Beth and I are happy and lucky to have you. Thank you, guys. Keep up the great work. Bye.
Hey guys, Kurt Brownoller here, and I love Bluey so much that choosing a favorite episode is really, really hard. And I was looking at all of them in season 1, and I feel bad even choosing a favorite. But I would have to say, if I had to choose only one, I'm going to go with camping. Because it's that final moment at the end where there's like a big time jump and you see Bluey as like a teenager. The only time we see a time jump in the entire 2 seasons. And it's just so beautiful. It's like it makes you cry. It makes you cry. And I remember trying to explain, like, I asked my daughter, who's 4, we watched it, and I was like, do you understand what happened there, that they're older now? And she was just like, yeah. And I was like, she doesn't, but I also don't know how to explain it correctly. Anyway, I'm not as good as Bandit at being a dad. And I think maybe Bandit's a little too good at being a dad. Why don't you dial it back, Bandit? Just a little bit, okay? Quit making us real dads feel so bad about ourselves that we don't have 5,000 hours to get frozen every single time your child says freeze. Anyway, I love Bluey. Thanks for doing this, guys. Bye.
Uh-oh, it's Adel Rafai, and I want to tell you about my favorite episode from Season 1 of Bluey, which is impossible to choose. But I did it. Favorite episode will be number 14, titled Takeaway. The entire episode takes place in front of a Chinese restaurant, and it's all about being frustrated, being overwhelmed, being annoyed by people and circumstances, but ultimately, the takeaway, the life lesson that Bluey teaches us is you can't take things too seriously, okay? You have to live life. You have to stay young at heart. Thank you, Bluey, for teaching me this. Thank you, you little blue dog and all your little doggy family. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Wow. So
Dude.
I mean, this it's humbling. It's, I don't want to say intimidating. It's humbling. We'll go with humbling.
Yeah.
The love that we got from all corners of the world, from America to Australia, Canada, and again, just thank you again, Adel Rafai, Kirk Bronneler, the folks at the Hammer Barn Project, Brendan, Frank, Marty, Alan, Liz, Oliver, Damien, and of course the lovely wives, Beth and Carrie. Thank you for that. Appreciate you all. But without further ado,
I mean, obviously the most important ones are coming up with my and your opinions of.
I half agree with you. I half agree with you. The most important ones.
I can't say thank you enough. So thank you guys. That's our sitting here lamely just thanking people for liking our podcast.
Gushing.
So, yep. Just
So
gushing.
awesome. Y'all are awesome. But let's get to it. And I'm gonna be real about this here.
Okay.
Mike and I we're good friends for real life, but we have made sure not to share our rankings with each other. So this could be the start of the bracket, or it could end in horrible drama. We will see how on we are with each other.
Stop looking at my screen.
But as we go through what we're going to do here, just going to episode by episode kind of give quick thoughts on how it went.
Yes.
We're going to give you where the fans ranked it, where we ranked it, and in the end, like I said, we will pick 4 episodes based on the average of the fans and our rankings that will move to the finale.
So are we like official top rankings then? So it's like Mike's ranking, Greg's ranking, fan ranking.
Boom. I've got sitting.
That's so mean.
I'll paint you a picture, listeners. 1 second. I'll paint you a picture. We'll post this online later. Put on your intimidating face, Mike. We are sitting here with Excel spreadsheets pulled up, with rankings, with listings. We are more than 6 feet apart so that we don't go to fisticuffs. But let's do it, man. Let's hop in. And let's hop in, chronologically. Episode 1, Magic Xylophone.
Okay.
Mike, thoughts? I'll let you open up the discussion here.
So Magic Xylophone's a tough one for me. I feel a little bad for it. It didn't rank high. It didn't rank high. It's a great episode, and it sets the tone for how Bluey's gonna be. It's playful. It's fun. It's goofy. I mean, the first 13 episodes.
I think we're on the same boat with this one than it sounds like. I was thinking, Magic Xylophone's going to see where we are, how close we're going to be together. But I'm kind of with you. It was a good episode. I have no qualms with it. I have nothing against it.
Right.
But it didn't, standing up with the other things, the lesson wasn't super there. It was, again, don't dislike it. Fun episode.
Yep.
I threw it at number 9. Where'd you rank it?
Oh, I didn't put numbers.
You didn't put numbers.
Hang on.
We got while Mike's doing his math here and writing the numbers in. We had an off mic chat. I pulled this up again. I got my fancy Excel spreadsheet in front of me. I did an off the dome ranking about 2 weeks ago.
3.
Then with the kids, we did a 13 episode rewatch, and then I went back to my original rankings and tweaked them. Hey Mike, how much research did you do?
6, 7.
Just today, you said? Cool.
No, hang on. No, that is obviously Magic Xylophone is a number 9.
Number 9, we matched.
Did
we
we
matched
really?
lovely. We matched.
See?
Fans gave it a little bit more love than us. Fans put it in the number 5 spot, 7.8% to give the exact percentage.
Whew, I'm out of
but
breath.
at the number 5 spot for Magic Xylophone. But again, great episode. But we'll see if it makes the cut. We'll take a look at the averages, but not looking great for Magic Xylophone here.
Ooh, but also, do you still hold strong with your ranking on it?
My ranking on it? Oh, I definitely think
Chilies.
it's still a 3.5 Chilies.
Okay.
A strong 3.5 Chilies.
I gave it 3.6 Chilies? Wait a second. We both ranked Chilies?
Yeah, because that was the first episode. You weren't getting the shtick that I was throwing out yet, I think.
Okay.
Moving on. Times. Moving on. This one might be a little quicker.
Okay.
Hospital.
Yeah, I'm over it. Okay. What's episode 3?
Well, we'll give it its 30 seconds.
Okay, go for it. Give me your elevator speech.
Here's my elevator speech about hospital. Stunk.
Okay.
Bluey's mean. Bluey's mean. Bingo's the best. Poor dad. Ranked at 13th.
Okay. You gave it 4.5 bingos. I gave it 4 octopi, and it's at the bottom of my list, completely 100% wholeheartedly. I have about 14 spaces between that and all the other episodes. So hospital can go bye-bye.
Fans liked it a little bit better than us. They put us
surprising.
They put us at 9 with a 4.9%. Everybody, not to pick on people, everybody who said that they liked it kind of seemed like they worked at a hospital. So I mean, if there was an episode of Bluey called Awesome Podcasters or background actors, I'd probably like it too. But we've said enough about hospital. Let's talk about something a little more fun.
Can we talk more about hospital? Nope. Okay, moving on.
Keepy Uppy, number 3.
Keepy Uppy.
This one's man. This is probably the one where I fell in love with the show in a lot of ways. This one, it's just again lesson light, but so fun. We play it at the house. It's just a baller of an episode.
Can I say the phrase? I want to say it.
Say it.
They commit to the bit.
They do. Everybody's involved. Everyone's having fun.
Bandit's a goober, but he's like a fun goober. Like he just how can I make it more difficult for them? But not make my life difficult.
We get Lucky's dad showing up for the first time.
Oh, don't even.
My fantasy football team is named after him right now.
CSI Miami.
I put this, it was 8 out of 9 balloon. Or no, that was you. I was 7.5 butts in my initial rankings, which, as everybody knows, and I'm saying I love it a lot. This one hit number 4 for me.
That one hit 4?
That hit 4.
Okay. You ready?
Where'd you put it?
That's number 2.
That's number 2?
That's number 2 for Mike. For Mike. Because it's just...
give me your...
It was 8 out of 9 balloons.
8 out of 9 balloons.
Give me your what?
Give me what thoughts? Why was it?
It's
2?
It's a show that makes you cry a lot, and it frustrates you, and it was the first episode that gave me the true gut laugh, the Lucky's dad moment, the Hammy and Bandit just having fun towards the end, and also just he's a little bit of a pinger in the episode where he's like, how do I make it difficult for them? But
that was his job.
Oh, so
he was in great Bandit form.
I'll give you 2.
I almost when I was coming over packing up the Lappy 5000 here, man, should I bump it up one? But I just 4 strong. We're pushing 4 along. You said 4 used to do. Fans a little bit off on us on this one. They put this at number 7.
Wow,
which,
really?
Surprised me. But 7
out of the first 13 episodes.
The first 13 hours, 6.8%.
I'm not gonna pull a full Alex Trebek here. Boo hiss on that. Like I heavily disagree, but that's a Mike opinion, not a cumulative
fans. It's okay.
Because we
still love them.
You're still around us.
You voted.
We appreciate you.
We voted.
I'm not crying yet. I'm waiting for another episode to cry.
Another banger of an episode that again it was hard for me to rank, but we got Daddy Robot.
Daddy Robot is that's a good up. Like your thoughts. Go ahead.
Oh, my thoughts. Okay. It was a good app. It was fun. Wasn't my favorite It wasn't my favorite just looking at all the ones that we have out there. Again, I did the rewatch.
Sure.
And after my rewatch, it went down like 1 or 2 levels on my ranking. But again, I liked it. I have nothing against it.
Reviewing them is interesting because when we do our single episodes,
they're all good.
It's a full episode. We do 30 minutes discussing these 7 minutes. But like going through and actually ranking it, I feel bad doing it because I drop one down 1 or 2 and I'm like, oh, that's except for hospital.
Hey,
yeah, it's
every episode gonna alienate some fans here. I can feel it right now. Every episode of Bluey is
We'll miss you guys.
better than any episode of Peppa Pig. Boom.
Except for Hospital.
Maybe you might have me there. But I threw this one. What extra thoughts?
You want me?
Extra thoughts, opinions?
No, I mean Daddy Robot. Well, I mean Total Recall. So
Yeah.
we did have that, and the dance he does is he's so into being such a cool dad, and
like Kurt said,
could Bandit tone it down just slightly? Because he's full dad mode at all times, and it's so well done. It's a fun episode. In this one, I did. Go ahead.
No, you did what?
I put Daddy Robot at number 5.
Number 5, just like the fans. Number 5. I put this one in number 6.
Okay.
You know, so we're not off the mark with each other that hard.
No.
Look at us go.
We're looking
proud of us.
okay.
Oh, before we jump on to episode 5, forgot our
Ooh.
rankings. That was 4.5 farts for me, and 7 out of 10 syntax errors for you.
Yes.
The lovely Daddy Robot.
Yes. The syntax errors were there.
They were there, and they were beautiful.
Uh-oh.
Another one.
Oh, sausage legs coming in hot.
So here we go, buddy. Shadowlands. Stuff's about to get real. Episode 5.
Yep.
My gosh. Board game based off it that's given us hours of fun at the Painter household and a half hour of fun here. My gosh. This is the first one I think said could just be an epic standalone movie, and I'd be okay with it.
Yes.
And I hold to that. This one I loved. Of the ones that we've reviewed so far, this is my favorite by a good long shot.
Really?
Yeah, it's just fun. It's curious. It's got a good lesson without beating you over the head with it. You know, the focus on the kids. You know, it's the first time that we're really like out of the house, out in the community. The Blueniverse expanding.
The Blueniverse does expand. We meet my boy. We meet my boy Snickers.
Love it.
I don't know why I said it like that. We meet Snickers.
Sitting here with your own sausage dog on your lap right now, cuddling up with you.
That's a true statement. What's
Good
up,
old Max.
Maximus? Say something, Max. Cool. You probably heard his nails running around the house over the past 5 minutes. So
that's just. I thought that was your audio engineering to make us feel more like a show about dogs.
Ah.
But no, I loved anything to add before we throw out the ranks. This is a goodie.
Yeah, no, it's a fun episode. It really is. You introduce my boy Snicks, and yeah, that's his new nickname. I love how they chat with Chloe, saying, "No, these are the rules. These are the rules," and it's a fun kid. Like I said before, it's a fun kid episode because the parents are not in a lot of the episode, and so you get to see the kids evolve in the episode where they learn and they. It's a good episode.
It's a good
man.
episode. That's why you gave it. That's why you.
Like we're going through a lot, and we're going. You want me to review an episode for 30 minutes on a podcast, or you want me to review it for 30 seconds? It's a fun episode. The bus running by with Bluey is like it's just primo in my mind of something happening. So it's yeah.
You gave it 17 Snickers hats before. Where's that equal in a ranking?
When it comes to a ranking, Shadowlands it does end up at 7.
Oh.
Samesies?
No.
Uh-oh.
Oh, this is our biggest divide then. I put this at 3.
Wow.
Big fan.
Good gift for Shadowlands.
Our fans put it number 1.
Is it really?
Number 1. Yep. This was the fan favorite episode. 17.5% by one vote over another one we'll talk about in a little bit here. That was also high on my list. But yeah.
Yowie wowie.
Yeah, but Shadowlands, number 1 fan voted episode.
Wow.
3 for me, 7 for Mike. But man, ooh.
I'm sorry, fans. Don't hate me, please.
The controversy.
Please. It's a good episode. All of the episodes are good except for Hospital. They're.
Well, we'll see. We'll see if we can keep the. Oh, then I'll get 5.5 shadowy bits equals a 3 ranking for me, just to revisit. Now, speaking of controversy, The Weekend, episode 6.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna come out and say this. This is my number 1.
I knew you were gonna say that because of that.
Number 1,
leaf.
the leaf.
I knew it.
I'm a little digger, strong and tall. Beep beep, get out of my way. You know, how many games are we gonna play?
You get
the
so much
music.
Bingo. You're just loving the bingo. Yeah,
the
Joe
lesson
does
at
a
the
great job
end.
in this episode.
The art. My favorite. But But hey, Mike.
Yeah?
You're going to say something different, I have a feeling.
Why?
Well, let's find out.
I put the weekend at number 10.
You put... Oh, no!
Don't punch me! Back away! Get
It just... That thing is fans with you. Fans put it at 8.
Did they? Okay.
This holds a special place in my heart. Holds a special place in my heart. I am very concerned this one now. You know, my favorite's not going to make the cut, I have a feeling. That hurts.
Yeah.
That stings. That stings. I'm just going to have to find out what your favorite one is. Just poo-poo all over it for spite.
I mean,
Again, end of the podcast slowly. Slowly but surely.
You gave the episode 100 bingos.
100 bingos.
Like, of course, this is your favorite episode.
100 bingos.
You've been. I'm mad that you're not wearing a bingo shirt right now with a bingo hat and bingo socks and bingo pants. Like, your shirt's orange today.
I love you.
So I'll give it
the color of bingo. The color of bingo, basically.
Oh, where do we go from here?
Here we go for a barbecue.
BB Qua.
And again, another quality bingo episode.
It's a great bingo episode.
Let's hear your thoughts, my friend.
So, Uncle Stripe just coming in hot. It's, which is ironic because Mackenzie's dad is on my list of where hospital should be. So I'm just going to throw that out there. So that's just a personal vendetta, apparently, that I have against Mackenzie's dad.
Clearly.
Because Uncle Stripe is clutch. He's king in this episode. He makes me, again, like, there's two things this show makes me do. One, cry. We'll talk about it because everybody talks about the camping episode. Of course, it's Jean-Luc just pulls those heartstrings. And two, it makes me gut laugh. And Uncle Stripe made me freaking gut laugh so many times in this episode.
Uncle Stripe's got that Mike laugh to him too. Whenever anything bad happens,
maybe that's what it is.
Maybe that's what it is. You see, I like the weekend because I see Liv in it. You like barbecue because you see yourself and Uncle Stripe.
Well, that.
I assume you like barbecue. I've got a funny feeling it's going to be high on yours, but we'll see.
Well,
it was 6 out of 6 Fosters for you.
6 out of 6 Fosters. It's a family. It's a friends and gathering episode, and we do that a lot at our house, and it means a lot to me. And like we talk about later on, it's just you see so many mini conversations going on that we need to know more about. But we're never going to know. We're never going to know what's up with the tick.
Maybe in season 3.
Coming soon.
Coming soon to not America.
So, Greg, where do you rank this one?
I gave it 7 capsicums.
You did?
But I put it at 5. You know, it's solid. I liked it. It was a good one.
Mm-hmm. Bingo comes in strong.
It does. Where'd you got this one?
It's my number 1 episode.
It's your number? I knew it. I had a feeling. I
love this episode with all of my heart. It's got everything that makes it's what I do as a person. So it's
I get that. You know, fans with you. Number 2 for the fans.
Yes.
Again.
Good job, squad.
Tied for number 2, but one vote.
The Blueniverse is coming in strong.
1 vote behind Shadowland. So yeah. You and the Blueniverse are relating a little bit better than me and them right now, but that's okay. That's okay. I feel it. I feel you. But yeah, very very good one. Another big episode here. A lot of fans of this one. Fruit Bat. So I'll let you lead off this time.
You want me to lead off?
What are your thoughts? Your feels?
My only feel in the entire episode is unfortunately nothing to do with Bluey. In the end, it's just Bingo conking out, and
tongue out.
Oh,
love it.
So we're doing welcome to the recap episode, but it's just that moment, just like there's so much going on, and everything just cuts off, and it goes to Bingo, just and it's so good. But it's a great episode. Like
it is like the tactical the inside of a mind of a child.
It is.
You know,
that's where it's weird because the first time I watched it, like it cuts into what's going on with Bluey, where you don't realize she's actually in the dream. So she's going downstairs and you're like, oh, kid's still up. Like in my head, like that's my thought is, oh no.
I think the first time I saw this, I watched it caught it midway from the kiddos watching it, and I was like, why can Bluey fly now? What did I miss?
Why is the game so big? So it's just it's cool in just surprising how they do it because they're. That's my Bluey is Max.
Okay, give him a minute. Did he get scared at himself for barking?
Yes, okay. more than likely.
Edit point. Max, Mike's dog, got scared at the sound of his own feet and thought somebody was breaking into the house because he heard his own feet. Mike had to go deal with the situation, and he's now returning to the podcast. Thank you very much. Hey, Mike.
What's up, dude?
We weren't talking about you. It's all good.
What's up?
So anyway, episodes
Where
of
are we?
Bluey.
We were talking about Fruit Bat. Yeah.
We're talking about Fruit Bat.
Oh, no, I think, okay. I'm just going to keep all this in. I don't care.
54,055 pop-up crops. My ranking. 8.5 wackadoos. Your ranking.
That's a lot of pop-up crocs. The mindset of the child happening is so peculiar in this episode because there's no like it's just moving over. Yes, nailed it. Proud of you. It literally transitions from why can't I sleep? Why can't? And then she just goes downstairs, and you're like, oh, kid's still up, and then the pop-up crocs is huge.
Exactly.
It's a wild episode.
So Mike, where'd you put it?
Oh, Fruit Bat?
Yeah.
Fruit Bat is number 6.
Number 6.
Yeah.
Put it at 10.
Oh, you dropped that low.
I did.
What's higher?
There's there's a lot of good. Max Zone is one above it.
Magic Xylophone's where?
9. It's 9 for me. Fruit
That's
Bat.
higher than Fruit Bat.
Yeah, it's the first episode. It got a first episode bump. Although technically the weekend is the first episode, the initial pilot, which everybody took a dookie on except me, but whatever. No hostility there. Where'd you put it then?
Gag is angry.
Oh, you said 6, right?
What's that?
Fruit Bat?
Yeah, 6.
Fans, 4.
Wow.
So again,
well, that's a good. It's a good episode.
The fans and you are more lockstep than me. I get it. It's okay.
Okay.
It's okay.
Wow, you consider me the outsider when it comes to all these things. Like
that's what I get for overthinking. That's what I get for overthinking. But next, let's see where we rank on this one. Horsey Ride.
Horsey Ride. Great episode.
Again, when you're picking on me, favorite character was Muffin in this one. You got so mad at me. But yeah, Horsey Ride. It was a good episode. You know,
it's a good episode.
Again, it's one that it's not gonna knock your socks off. You know, as far as lessons or whatever. But it's fun. It's again, any episode of this is better than so many other shows except Hospital. But yeah, man, I don't have a ton to say about this, and that's probably why I threw it at 8.
Would you rather watch an episode of? Would you rather watch Hospital or watch an episode of MASH?
I liked MASH when I was younger.
Oh, crap. Okay. Would you rather watch Hospital or an episode of Friends?
Probably Hospital.
Let's see. Okay. I just wanted to bet that.
You want to bet that?
I want to gauge it.
My
Hit
Hospital.
me back.
Would you rather watch Hospital or Iron Man? Mike doesn't like Marvel movies.
I'd watch Iron Man. I would. Okay.
We've given Hospital too much press on this one.
Yeah.
But Horsey Ride, like I was saying, Horsey Ride. I threw this one. I threw it 8. You know, I gave it 7 Polly Puppies.
You did.
But I threw it in at 8.
You changed it there quick.
I did.
You put it at 8.
Yes.
But you gave it 7
Polly Puppies. Yeah.
Interesting.
So what'd you rank Horsey Ride?
13 Galahops, the one and only. I put Horsey Ride at 8, actually.
You put it at 8?
I did.
Ditto.
I've been looking
Couple 8s.
forward to this all my life.
Couple 8s. Fans disagree.
Uh-oh. No!
Lowest tied for lowest rank episode.
Tied with?
You'll see in a little bit.
Oh, no.
You'll see in a little bit. So yeah, a couple 8s and a 12 for the fans. Next.
Wow.
Hotels.
Now we're at hotels.
Now we're at your night bacon.
Yeah, we get night bacon.
Now you're at your slabadaba.
I can't with you.
But you know, again, another fun one, another good one. You know, again, post-it notes up in my house, left and right. Again, hop into
no photos yet.
If you're listening to this, you know, and you're like, hey, they're not talking about these episodes enough. If this is your intro, awesome, glad to have you. Check out that back catalog.
Yeah,
we go slightly deeper. We talked about, 3 seconds of an episode for about 15 minutes last week. So, hop into that back catalog, friends. Love you all.
We did dig deep pretty hard.
We did. But, a good one.
Yes.
Not knocking my socks off though. You know, I threw this one 11.
You put hotel at the same spot I put hotel?
Aw.
We're both 11.
Aw, 7.5 crazy pillows for me. What was this one? 19 yards?
19 yarps from Miss Night Bacon Bingo.
This
sorry. Slobber Noah.
This is our Zen moment for not only you and me. This is ding dang close to the fan Zen moment.
Come on.
10.
Oh, so close.
10, 11, and 11. Nobody's feeling the love for hospitals. Nobody's feeling love for hospitals, but I might have to.
Whoa.
I might have to.
Hotels.
Hotels. We're saying hospitals too much. Oh my gosh.
I'm not going to edit a single moment in this episode. I'm just going to let everything ride.
Oh,
Don't
Lordy.
even. Thank you guys for listening. We appreciate you. We appreciate you every day. Thank you so much. We love you.
Episode 11.
Episode 11.
A little show called Bike.
Bike.
So many words, so many thoughts, so many feels. Just, again, this one has a little bit of everything.
It's got all the pieces of the puzzle, man.
It's got the funny, it's got the cute, the adorable, the bingo,
Everybody's
the
got
lessons,
their own story.
And they all just come together.
The water fountain.
In a beautiful way.
The monkey bars. The backpack. And yet, Bluey's just trying to figure everything out, and then they just sit and Bandit. So, this is why we do this podcast, is because of Homeboy Bandit just coming in clutch there, where he's just like
doing bandit things.
Just watch. Just
Again,
let it happen.
As we talked
See
about.
what happens.
Jedi Dad moves. Jedi Dad moves.
He's watching 6 kids at the same time. And he's while watching 6 kids, he's teaching a lesson to Bluey, just saying, just watch. Check this out. And they all, thankfully, well, I mean,
that could have gone in a different direction. They could have all beefed it, and he had six crying kids. But again, the Jedi Bandit knows.
If they beefed it, would have been just a totally different episode.
Man, but love this one. Love. You know, I threw it a 7 licks of groundwater with a thumbs up on the side.
Mm-hmm.
And I put this in my number 2 spot.
That's number 2.
This one was a big one for me. Really liked it. Liked it.
Number 4.
Number 4.
Yeah. She up there. It's
up there with the fans too. Number 2 for the fans as well.
Wow.
Again, this is one that was tied
squad
for 2 with barbecue. But yeah, big fan vote one. Big one for me. Again, so many good lessons, so many good banditings.
You can't blame in that situation. You really can't. It's a clutch episode. That's great.
Very, very clutch. Getting down to the home stretch here. Episode 12. Bob Bilby.
Who?
Bob Bilby. The puppet with the cold dead eyes.
Again, the cold dead eyes.
So many moments in this one too that, you know, we just talked about this one, so very fresh in the mind. But, you know, going into it, I was, you know, my biggest issue with this one is just making me feel like a goober of a parent anytime my kid looks at a device. But outside of that, it's got so much good. So much good in this one.
You can't let that get to you, because them doing this on this episode shows that it is a universal trait. Unfortunately, the end. Like it's
yeah. But I didn't let that hold it down too much.
It's a fun episode, and
it is a fun episode.
Again, in the end, this show is it's not a kid show.
Yeah, it's a show for adults. Your kids can watch too.
And then they'll run away after the intro because they danced, and now you're sitting there watching it. It's such a Bandit and Chili are the bomb diggity.
You're still cool, Bandit.
One day I'm gonna have an office like him. I promise. I need
just need one of those big bouncy balls, and you got it.
You're
so close. You're so close.
I'm in the chair.
But I give them a bunch of buddy burgers. It's hard to say. And I put this one at 7 though. Middle of the pack one for me. Middle of the pack one for me.
Yeah, no,
good, but middle of the road for me.
I threw it at 5.
You threw it at 5?
Yeah. I mean, it did. I mean, maybe I need to bump it up 1 because it had woofles. So that did make my
woofles help. Woofles don't help the fans though.
Woofles.
Well, I think
no!
Fans are getting back on my side a little bit. They had this at 11.
Wow, for Bob Bilby?
Well, I mean, to be fair, they didn't say this is the 11th best episode. Just the 11th most people voted for this one. So came out in the wash to be 11. I know.
Debatable. I'm sorry.
Everybody needs
deserves some more love than that.
I'm sorry, but it's
don't be sorry.
It's got to be done. Oh no, I can't say that yet.
No,
whoops,
too soon.
whoops, whoops. I almost wanted to say it then because next to Spy Game. Yeah, thank you. Okay, I wasn't sure if we were gonna be too. Spy Game's fine. It's a fine episode.
I'd watch it if it's on TV.
Better than Hospital, but not by much.
Okay. Hey, Greg.
Yeah.
Would you rather watch Spy Game or Iron Man?
I like Marvel movies. Oh wait, that's right. It's supposed to be things that we like, not things that we don't. We're going the other side of it now. Iron Man's a commitment. That's like 2 hours. Probably Spy Game still.
Okay.
But yeah, I think we're gonna be this. This could be an interesting moment.
Uh-oh.
I gave it 8 bits of potion grass and put this at the 12 spot. You got 12? No, not yet. Not yet. So where'd you put it? 12. Guess where the fans put it, Mike?
No way!
12!
Let's go!
We did it!
Teamwork! Us!
Friends, I know it's been a hostile hostile last half hour, 45 minutes, whatever, how long we've been recording for this sucker right now, but we ended on the same ranking. Ow! Proud of us. Oh. But yeah, just I mean, in memoriam of the first 13, very solid episodes, very fun episodes, very interesting episodes. I'm so proud of us. It's great, man. It's great. And again, this is just the beginning. This is part 1 of this bracket. Again, we're going to be selecting 4 in a matter of seconds. 4 episodes that make it to the finals, which we will have a bracket-style challenge where, again, we'll have a fan vote, determine seeding. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be great. Boom, boom. But without further ado, I'm sorry. I'm gabbing all up over here.
Gab it up.
Thoughts, feels. The first quarter of season 1.
Well, I don't have an answer to the second one, so I don't think I can ask it. Hey, Greg?
Yeah?
Who's your favorite character of these 13 episodes?
My favorite character of these first 13 episodes. Gonna go corny. Want me to go with corny?
Whatever. What? Corny?
Corny. I'm gonna go corny right now. My favorite character of the first team episodes are our listeners. Are the folks on our our folks on our Twitter. Our people who are sending us awesome art, who are giving us cool comments, who are giving us awesome thumbs up and thank yous, and defending us on Reddit when I post a picture and somebody says, "Hey, that's from the Two Bandits Watching Bluey podcast. Make sure you give them respect."
It's us.
That's us. Yay! But I'm gonna corny and say my favorite character has been the listeners. Thank you, guys.
Oh, I suck now.
I know, right? Who's your favorite character, Mike?
It's Lucky's dad.
Want to know?
He's just.
Hey, bud.
Yeah.
Want to know what my favorite thing is?
Criminy, don't.
My favorite thing is recording this podcast with my best friend.
I hate you.
Love
Why?
you, buddy.
Why? I can't. Cool. Okay.
Hey, Mike. What's your favorite thing?
It's Bingo giving the thumbs up when she's drinking from the water fountain. Got it. First thought. Got it. Cool. I was able to respond. Woo! Oh.
But with that, we said our favorite things. We said our favorite characters. Time for the rankings, and this time the rankings matter. So, are you ready?
Yes. Okay.
The 4 episodes. We're gonna go in reverse order from 4 to 1.
Wayne's World.
First qualifier is Keepy Uppy. Keepy Uppy makes
it
it in.
Sense.
Makes
yes.
the cut.
It's in the bracket, baby. I'm excited to have this bracket actually exist. This is great.
Second one in, ranked number 3 between our community of votes, fans and us. Shadowlands.
Okay.
Shadowlands makes the cut.
Sausage legs, baby.
Number 2, might have revolted if this one didn't make it. Number 2 is Bike.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It makes sense. But the number 1 episode in the first quarter of the season, voted 1 by you, Mike, voted 2 by the fans, 5 by me.
Q.
Yes, sir. Barbecue. The number 1 episode in the first quarter of the season. But the question is, where will these 4 stack up when we get to the end in the big old bracket?
That's a big old bracket question.
But that's okay, because we have a lot of fun on the way before we get there. We got a lot of exciting stuff coming down the pipes. We got a regular episode coming for you guys again next week.
Regular.
Back to a regularly scheduled episode.
We're more than regular. We're over regular. We're up there. Don't you?
Over regular. Enjoy our podcast. The most over regular podcast. We got a new tagline. Yes, we did it. the most over-regular podcast in the world. But man, before we get too far away from that, again, I had the corny moment, and I stick with my corny moment. But for real life,
yes.
Thank y'all. Thank you, listeners. Thank you, everybody who follows us on Twitter @Watching Bluey. Hop on there, enjoy the magic. Thank you for any new listeners who popped in to check out this episode. We've got a big old back catalog. Feel free to take a look at it. Maybe not Hospital, but the rest of them are pretty solid. But just thank you all. And speaking of thank yous, huge thank yous to some of the folks who are sending the plugs there. Adlerify. Seriously, you are like a podcast legend to me. You are on like a third of the podcasts that I listen to. So you reaching out meant a lot to me. Thank you. If you were not familiar with Adel, Magic Tavern, hello from the Magic Tavern. Awesome, hilarious podcast. And Hey Riddle Riddle, another really fun, really good podcast. Maybe not so much for the littlies, but if you got some headsets in, please listen to that because they are two very, very fun podcasts. We've got the folks at the Hammer Barn Project podcast.
Thank you guys so much.
That was really cool, just having people reach out from across the country. You guys are awesome. You have a fun podcast yourselves. Hammer Barn Podcast, Brendan, Frank, and Marty. Thank you. Another one that kind of blew our socks off, Kurt Bronneler from the Bananas Podcast, and who voices Logan on Bob's Burgers.
Yes, indeed.
That's awesome, man. And
Bananas is such a fun podcast. Listen to it. Kurt and Scotty, they are fantastic on the Exactly Right Network. They are so fun. So check them out. 100% quality surprise to have hit us. Thank you guys so much. That's awesome.
Thank you. And then, of course, our listeners, Alan, Liz, Oliver, Damien, thank you for reaching out. Thank you for being part of this with us. You've been like followers since the beginning. You've been listeners since the beginning, and we really appreciate you guys, again, taking the time out of your days, out of your lives to, show us some love. Really appreciate it. And,
not only that, but they take the time out to listen to us.
Yeah.
Us. You.
It's great.
Me.
The idea that, we talked about it last week. We just broke over 1,200 listeners. Our silly American voices have been heard in over 30 countries at this point. We have people reaching out to us from around the world. It's awesome. Again, it's humbling. Thank you. But before I lose track in my mind, got to give two more huge thanks.
Go for it.
My wife, Beth, your wife, Carrie.
Yeah, I like them.
Thank you, one, for recording little bits for us. Thank you, two, for taking care of the kiddos when we take an hour out of our day every week to record this silly thing.
True that.
Thank you for being awesome moms and awesome people. Huge shout out.
They allow us to have the time to do this random goofy thing we're doing, and it's just it boggles my mind that people are willing to listen to us, and also that people are willing to help us out with it. And my request, anything, also shout out to Oliver about answering the question about hot dogs. Super kudos on that one.
Yes.
He hit us up strong on that one, and I appreciate that. And we may be keeping in touch about that.
We're trying.
Okie dokie.
Sending hot dogs to Australia is apparently very hard, but we're gonna figure it out.
We can take a picture of them and send them to you, but it's just the fact that you guys are willing to listen to us even during this random, recap episode.
It's great, man.
So buck wild.
It's buck wild again, and again, we said earlier, thanks to everybody who voted, over 200 votes, reaching out. Anyone else who contributed in any way to this podcast, Indie Bluey for the logo. Speaking of Indie Bluey, another huge announcement going to drop right now. Do not have the exact details at the moment, so we'll shoot this out here in a little bit. But we're getting some merch, friends.
Merch.
We our good friend at Indie Bluey gave us permission to put the lovely art that he's drawn with our lovely faces as dogs on.
I have massive chest hair. That's
so
amazing.
I got a great hat. It makes my heart happy. But he gave us permission to use that logo. We're going to throw that up. Again, we do not have a link yet. We've said many times we are not doing this podcast to make money.
No profit.
That's true because we are giving 100% of the proceeds from this shirt to the RSPCA in Brisbane, Australia. Again, Adlerify, thank you for that awesome idea when we kind of chatted about that online. But we're going to give 100% of the proceeds to there. We are talking about a show about dogs in the country of Australia, not New Zealand, specifically Brisbane. So let's give back to that. Yes. This show has given us so much joy. in our friendship, so much joy with our families, and has touched so many people. So, if we sell 5 of these shirts and we can give, $20, great. If we can sell 100 of these shirts and give $1,000, super cool. But, any sale of these shirts, we're going to have these up through the holiday, through Christmas. So, again, links coming soon, hopefully shortly. But please, if you're interested, 100% of the proceeds, 100% of the profits will go to the RSPCA in Brisbane. So more to come on that once we have everything finalized.
No dollars going towards our wallets.
Not a penny. Doing this for the love. Doing this for the love. But thank you.
Yeah. This is weird. It's a weird recap episode.
It's a weird recap episode, but it's a lovely recap episode. We're laying the foundation for what should be a hoot of a bracket in about a year.
Maybe.
But until then, until next week.
Ish.
It's got to be done.
It's got to be done.